a sudden I thought, that's not the road. That's my tire. I mean, instantly it's like, boom. I was like, oh, we just had a blowout. But it was loud. But meanwhile, moving in the back, they're like, what, did something happen? We're pulling over. Why did we pull over?
Addie Beth had just
fallen asleep. And she did wake up.
And she just woke up like, what is going to happen?
Yeah. So we pulled over into the center. There was a crossover. So we pulled over into the crossover so that we were out of oncoming traffic, and there was like a yes. We were very fortunate because it also had a turn-in lane and the crossover, so we were really kind of 2 lanes outside of traffic because they were flying. And so I was like, okay, let's just figure this out. So I get the jack out and I get all the tools out, and I go, can you go get the?
Well, first you got the luggage out.
No, fortunately it's in there, but we were able to wedge everything to the side and peel it out of the side without having to take everything out. We're very fortunate on that. But then I go, okay, Kathy, can you get the book? What book? The owner's manual book. Well, whatever. What did you say? No.
I said, should I get the owner's manual?
Yes, that's what it was. Did I get the owner's manual?
We get credit here.
Yes.
Goodness.
Sure.
Tell the story.
That's what I remember. But,
let me leave the room and then you can tell it the way you want.
and so, you can correct me where I'm wrong. But, so, maybe we've been on the side of the road for 3 minutes. I've got all the tools out. I'm starting to unroll them on the ground. I'm starting to assemble the jack. All of a sudden I hear this guy say, hey, can I help you? And I turn around. And there is, you can never tell.
It was more, hey, you guys need some help?
That's what it really was. Hey, you guys need some help? Alright. Well, actually, I'm trying to figure out how to get this key. It's like a lug nut key to fit. Let me take a look at it.
Okay,
Probably. So it's just like this middle-aged black guy. His name is Viotis. Viotis. Could be. Viotis. Viotis starts fiddling. He starts fiddling with this key, and about 30 seconds later, all of a sudden, we're in the turnaround. So this guy's like doing a U-turn, and he stops and he like waves to me, and with his window up. And I was like, "Hi." I'm standing over this. I'm watching this guy fix my tire, and all of a sudden, Viotis turns around, and looks at me, he's like, "Hey, what you doing? What you doing?" And so the guy rolls in. He's like, I thought y'all were together. What are you doing here? What? Now I've got to help. With you being here, they're going to need some help. So it's this white guy whose name is D-Wayne, and Dwayne. Not Dwayne. D-Wayne.
Dwayne.
And so he gets out. He's like, I could see you from the back of your head. I knew exactly who you were. I was thinking, why are they together? He goes, we're not together. I just stopped to help them. And so we're trying to figure out this lug nut. So he gets it, and so then he goes, I got it. I got this broke. It's all broke. So I got this one. So he'd broken the thing, and he said, so I go, well, now we just need to get the tire down. And so all of a sudden, D-Wayne has a flashlight. Here you go. I see it right there. I was like, okay. I was like, he goes, okay, I got it. So he up underneath my car. Okay. He's got the tire out. I went, okay. Well, I go, I guess I just need to assemble this jack. And he looks over and goes, you can put that away. Hold on. He goes to the back of his truck and gets out this hydraulic. And I was like, whoa! He goes, if you have a boat trailer, you cannot travel with anything but this. Because if you have a trailer, there's nothing, you can't use this. See this jack? If you try to put this underneath the trailer, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be way down here. I was like, okay. So all of a sudden he goes, NASCAR fast. I'm not kidding you. I was just sitting. I just stood and I was a spectator. Then this guy from a tire store shows up, and we're like, he goes, "Hey, do you need to get I got some tires. You need some tires?" And I went, "Seriously? You have tires?" So I go, "Well, I think we have a spare. We don't." I go, "Do you have a tire with you? What do you?" I was like, "No, it's just down the road. I got them right down. You probably don't want to drive without a spare." So I'll go, well, he goes, do y'all need help changing it? And so Beotis and D-Wayne's like, no, we got it. We got it. I was like, they got it. I was just like, they got it. So they had, and then Beotis goes, well, you know what? You can actually test them because I think I got them tight. But why don't you test? You know what you're doing since you do this all the time. So the tire guy goes there and tightens them all up for us, and then I look around. They've already got it all packed back up. They go, here you go. All the tools rolled up, and I was like...
And the whole time that they're changing it, D-Wayne and Viola are having a reunion. Like, they went to... I finally went, why do you guys know each other? Oh, we went to school together.
We know each other for a long time. We played on softball teams together. We go way back. Way back. And I go, so you guys grew up around here? Well, I grew up... We grew up in Edna here, but I moved over to Victoria. I was like... Moved to the city.
And when is the last time they've seen each other?
Hey, so we asked. I was like, so he goes, well, it's been years since we've seen each other.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, literally haven't seen each other in years. So the funniest part was, he goes, hey, I got something to wash my hands. D-Wayne. So he gets out and he has cubes of ice that he's washing his hands with. And he looks over and he goes, I got to get this black stuff off my hands. He goes, it won't do you any good, though. Your black stuff's not going to come off. And he goes, you never change or something.
Yeah, they're just laughing.
Oh, back and forth. It was so... funny. I mean, we were just kind of so when they first got there, I was like, she goes, should I just call USAA because they'll come out for free, you know? I mean, it doesn't cost us anything. I go, well, we may hit a glitch, so just call them, and if we don't, just we'll have them as a backup plan. So anyway, she called and already. I mean, by the time she made the appointment, 2 minutes later, we were back on the road, so we called and canceled it. But it was unbelievable. I go, okay, well, that could have been like an hour and a half out of our lives, but it was really 11 minutes. So we followed the guy to the tire store, which literally was just down the street. But he didn't. He goes, he didn't actually have a tire for it, so he was apologetic. He's real sorry. But we followed him, but he didn't have it. But he did fix. But they did fix my mud flap, which was bent in the whole process. I mean, when the tire blew. So that was valuable. So there you go. That's the story.
Wow.
This guy has been very real to me. Many times, but one in particular I can remember is that when I grew up going to church, I was always involved in church, but when I went to college and I was involved in church, it was my first exposure to seeing people who not only just went to church, but they were making a difference in the world around them. Whether they were involved in Young Life, serving, whether they were involved in Campus Crusade, teaching, or whatever, but they were involved in their community, making a difference. And that, I saw these people living out what Jesus had called them to do in the Great Commission. And when I saw it in life, I thought, that's what I need, that's what I want to do.
Time when the Lord was really real to me. The most vivid point was probably in my senior year of college. I had always been a good girl and one that I'd followed the rules and I did what I was supposed to do, and I had always wanted and sought a true relationship with the Lord, and I was a pleaser by nature, so I knew that the Lord had saved me and He had done so much, and so I wanted to please Him. But in many ways, I was still kind of in the driver's seat, and I was looking at post-college and what I wanted to do, and was really just telling the Lord, okay, here's the direction we're going, please come along, I want you here with me to bless it. And it was my senior year in college, in between semesters, and that senior year of college, I just really made some choices that were very self-fulfilling desires and things that I wanted and things that I was choosing, and a few of those I knew were in direct disobedience to what the Lord had called me to as one of His children. And so I was just really struggling and in a situation that I just felt like I couldn't get out of and didn't want to get out of, but knew I needed to. And so my grandmother had taken me to Israel for a couple of weeks as my graduation present from college, and so I was a little bit bitter because I thought, Lord, I've never felt so far from you, because I know that I've got some things, some sin in my life where I need to repent, but I just was powerless of my own strength to make those wise choices. And so we were at the pools of Bethesda, which in the Bible is where Jesus saw the man and said, do you wish to get well? And And instead of just responding, yes, Lord, I wish to get well, what the man did was he said, Lord, but I have no friends that can put me into the waters, because the thing was, when the angels came and stirred the waters, the first person to get in would be healed from whatever disease or affliction he had. And so he was waiting there for the waters to be stirred. Instead of telling the Lord, yes, I want to be healed, it was a yes or no question. He just kept telling Jesus why he couldn't be healed. Lord, I don't have any friends to put me in, and whenever the water's stirred, someone always comes in and gets there first. And so it was like the Lord and so our tour guide was just telling us this story. And it was just one of those moments where the Lord just spoke to me and said, I'm asking you, do you wish to get well? And instead of giving me an answer, you're just telling me all the reasons why you can't, and why you can't let go of things, and why you can't do this. And in that moment, the Lord just spoke to me and said, do you wish to get well? And do you want me to come and intervene? And do you want me to do it? Because you're right, you can't. And so that was just a precious moment of just truly the first time in my walk with the Lord of really knowing what surrender meant. And that it was His doing and His strength. So that was just a precious, precious memory, precious moment just with my Savior.
Addie Beth, who made you?
God. Go.
Psalm 139, 13 through 18. For you formed my inward parts. You wove me in my mother's womb. I'll give thanks to you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works, and my soul knows it very well. My frame was not hidden from you, and I was made in secret, and skillfully wrought is the dust of the earth. Your eyes have seen unformed substance, and in your book were all written the days that were ordained for me, and as yet there was not one of them. How precious are your thoughts to me, O God! How vast is the sum of them! If I should count them, thou outnumber the same. If I awake, you are still with me.
Great job. Okay, go. Which one is yours? Psalm 63?
Yeah.
Okay, Psalm
62, 1 through 8. Oh God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory. Because your steadfast love is better than life, my life shall praise you. I don't know.
And could you sing it once through and then let us sing it with you?
Oh, that's a great one, because that's a good Thanksgiving. You sing praise.
Praise God.